Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, the most famous words in the entire Jewish religion. Words that are said by the very young and by the very old, at the beginning of life and at the end of life. Words that Jewish parents use when putting their children for a peaceful night of sleep. There is a famous story of great rabbis who used this fact to rescue children who had been entrusted to monasteries and convents during the Shoah, the Holocaust. They came to those convents, and when those in charge, if they denied having any Jewish children present, and there were no parents to retrieve their children, then the rabbis would say the beginning of the Shema, and the children, so conditioned to respond, would continue the pasuk and identify themselves as Jewish. The Shema has been used as the universal request for protection at times of danger. The Shema is the hope of every Jew to be lucid and clear enough to say it at the very end of life, before returning one's soul to its maker. But the Shema is also said on a regular basis. It is said in the morning as part of Shacharit, and it is said in the evening as part of Arvit. This is learned from the Shema itself, because the Shema says that you should say the words Uv'shochbecha, when you lie down, Uv'kumecha, when you get up. And the Shema is said every night by Jewish children and adults in order to ensure the protection of Hashem for a wonderful, peaceful night's sleep, for His protection from anything which might trouble us, whether it might be a monster under the bed, or troubling thoughts that bother all of us. And you know, you don't have to be a child to be troubled by difficult thoughts. And so it pays to learn the meaning of the Shema. These short videos will help discuss what the words of the Shema mean and some of the riches and treasures that our tradition has connected to the words of Shema. Let's start with the word Shema itself. Some would translate it as physically to hear, O Israel. Others might say that it means obey, O Israel, such as Shema B'Koli. But probably the best translation is to understand, O Israel. We need to understand this fundamental principle that Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. The Rambam translates, as most English translations have it, the Lord our God is one. That means that unlike atheists, we do not say that there is no God, chas v'shalom. Unlike those who are pagan and see gods in every corner of nature, we do not say that there are many gods. Unlike the Zoroastrians who saw a God of good and a God of evil, we don't say that there are two gods. And unlike Christianity, we do not say that there is a three-part God. Instead, we say that there is one. The Lord our God is one. Rashi has a slightly different translation. He says that today Hashem is our God, but in the future, all of the people of the world will recognize Hashem as the one God. The Lord, right now only our God, will be the Lord and the one God of all. While it may be only the God of the Jews now, eventually all will come to recognize Him. The next words are particularly puzzling because they don't appear in the Torah, but each time we say the Shema, we add the words Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Liolam Va'ed. May his glorious majesty, the name of his glorious majesty, be blessed forever and ever. What is this doing here, and what does it mean? Stay tuned.